Good evening. I'm Richard Young with this news update. After weeks of threatened blackouts, California's energy crisis has finally hit San Diego. Today, state power grid managers ordered a rolling 90-minute blackouts after electricity reserves fell close to zero. Officials are blaming high demand and lack of power from idle plants and out-of-state suppliers. The crisis has passed for now, but the power grid is bracing for more shortages tomorrow. We'll have full team coverage tonight on the news at 10. South Korea is the latest country to feel the feeling effects of foot and mouth disease. The South Korean government is temporarily closing its live cattle trading markets as precautionary measures against outbreak of the disease. Foot and mouth disease has caused the destruction of thousands of cattle in Europe and Middle East. U.S. officials report no threats to American cattle at this time. General Motors is recalling almost 8,000 vehicles made between 1993 and 95. They include Pontiac Grand Ams, Buick Skylarks, and Oldsmobile Achievers. GM says the cars are being recalled after reports of electrical fires in the car's ignition systems. Dealers will install electrical relay kit in the faulty cars to ensure that vehicles start properly. In sports, the Padres may be set to welcome back one of the baseball's all-time record holders. 42-year-old Ricky Henderson is considering a return to San Diego, where he played in '96 and '97. Baseball's all-time stolen base leader is just 88 hits shy of the 3,000 milestone, and he still feels got plenty of good baseball left in him. San Diego will have plenty of good weather for the next few days. High pressure will give us clear, warm days and cool, crisp nights. Look for highs tomorrow in the 70s along the coast to near 80 inland. Overnight lows will range from the 40s inland to the 50s along the coast. Later tonight on the news at 10, will the next round of rolling power blackouts hit your neighborhood? We'll have up-to-minute coverage of California's energy crisis and how it could affect you. Also, where you can find the best burger in town. Our troubleshooters will put the county's best hamburger restaurants to the test. Those stories and more tonight on the news at 10.
Okay, that's true. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Good evening. I'm Richard Young with this news update. San Diego Mayor Dick Murphy is giving serious thought to re-entering the 2004 mayor's race. Murphy informed reporters Thursday saying, quote, "All I can say at this time is I'll consider the request and have a response within the next few days." Murphy, a 60-year-old Republican, announced his re-election bid March 14th, then dropped out of the race 2 weeks later. In Tijuana, cab drivers stormed City Hall to protest transit reforms. The cabbies are protesting new transportation reforms that would eventually replace their cabs with buses. Tijuana Mayor Jesus Gonzalez-Reyes met with the City Council while protesters and taxi supporters were barred from the meeting. The reform aims to phase out nearly 6,000 taxi drivers that serve the city of 1.5 million. In Iraq, hundreds of Kurdish fighters and a small number of American troops pushed their way into Kirkuk Thursday without any resistance. Kirkuk is seen as a vital strategic city because it has major oil reserves, including Iraq's largest single oil field. With the U.S. and Kurdish forces entering the other key northern city of Mosul, coalition leaders now fear the remnants of the Hussein regime will make a fierce final stand in Tikrit. In sports, Padres are looking to the minors for a stable foundation. The minor league staff is working to cultivate several prospects in anticipation of next season and the club's move to a new downtown ballpark. By 2004, several of the homegrown talents should have 2 major league seasons to their credit, and other prospects could be either pushing for promotions or give general manager Kevin Towers more trade leverage. San Diego may see rain for the next couple of days. Clouds with some local fog will cover all areas west of the mountains today. Look for the highs tomorrow in the lower 60s along the coast and the higher 60s inland. Overnight lows will range from the 40s inland to the 50s along the coast. Coming up tonight on the news at 10, CEOs are predicting the U.S. economy will remain fairly weak. We'll see what else they're forecasting over the next 6 months. And will San Diego home prices keep on climbing? Join us for the latest home sales figures and what they mean if you're buying or selling. Also, where's the hottest nightclub in San Diego? Our night scene reporter will take you there later tonight on the news at 10.
Good job.
Thank you.
4, 3, 2.
Good morning and welcome to Celebrity Best Friends. I'm your host Jennifer Haskala, and I'm pleased to be joined by Chicago Bears receiver Richard Young this morning. Good morning, Richard.
Good morning, Jennifer.
And thanks for joining us today. So tell us a little bit about the person you consider to be your best friend.
Well, the person I consider to be my best friend is Phil Harris, who grew up in Dayton, Ohio with me. You know, we've been friends for a long while now. I'll say a little over 10, 15 years at the most. I met him through my brother. You know, one day he had worked at the same place as Phil, and he had a party, and I came to the party, and we kind of like hit it off ever since then.
So is he still in Ohio?
Yes, he is.
With the distance between both of you, how do you keep in contact?
Well, we email each other from time to time, and sometimes we talk on the phone a lot, you know. Sometimes the phone conversations last a pretty long time, a couple hours or more.
Can get expensive.
Yes, they can.
Have you taken any memorable trips together?
Yes, there was a time when we went to Chicago. It was unplanned. You know, a friend of ours, we all worked together, said one night he was going to Chicago, so we all thought he was teasing and jumped along on the bandwagon. Before we knew it, we was in Chicago with no clothes, no money, no nothing.
What did you do?
Well, actually, we stayed at the friend's family house, and they treated us real good. You know, we had on the same clothes for a few days, but it was pretty good.
I hope you had a chance to wash them.
Oh yes, oh yes.
Tell us a little bit about what makes Phil so special.
What makes Phil so special is his will to survive. He has came up through numerous situations, bad situations, where he just always would bounce back and, you know, just pick up himself and keep going.
What have you learned from him?
What I learned from Phil would be to follow my dreams, you know, that will to survive that he has in him, he has instilled in me. That just no matter what you know, have your plans, go after them, your dreams, whatever it is, just do it.
What are some of those dreams?
Well, right now, being a receiver for Chicago, I plan on winning the Super Bowl ring, and when I win the Super Bowl ring, I'm going to give him the ring for the inspiration.
That's wonderful. In about 20 seconds or less, can you tell me about the next time you guys plan on getting together?
Well, actually, sometime here in a couple of months, I plan to go back to Ohio and visit him. We're going to hang out, you know, old times, and just sit back and kick a few beers and think about the times we had together.
Nice quality time, huh?
Yes.
Well, that's all the time that we have for today. Please join us next week. We're going to have some very special tennis players, Andre Agassi and Jennifer Lopez will be joining us as well in 2 weeks from now. That's all we have time for today. Thank you for joining us,
Thank
Richard
you.
Young, and we'll see you next time.
That was great. That was great.
He's all stretchy out.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Good morning. This is Richard Young, and welcome to Best Friends. Today, my guest is Jennifer Jensen. How you doing, Jennifer?
Good morning. I'm doing well, thank you.
Jennifer, can you share with our viewers just a little bit about who's your best friend?
Sure. My best friend's name is Cleshelle Pearson. I've known her for a long time. She lives here in San Diego. She's a financial planner and lives in Point Loma.
Have you been friends for a long
A
time?
very long time. Let's see, I've probably known her for about 20 years. She was my brother's 7th grade girlfriend, and I was in 6th grade. And she came over one day, and I was just so in awe that my brother brought a girl home, and you know, we had a little pizza party, and we hit it off, and we've been best friends since then.
Okay, okay. Have you shared any special times together?
Oh, we have. On numerous occasions, we've gotten into some trouble here and there, but yes, good times, definitely. We've actually, probably most memorable is we both attended each other's weddings in Hawaii. I was married in Maui, and she was married in Kauai last year. So that was pretty nice. We got to spend a couple weeks together in Hawaii, so it was wonderful. In fact, we both are writing a book together right now about getting married in Hawaii for those that are trying to plan a wedding over there from here in the mainland.
Okay, okay. And what made you decide to write the book?
You know, it wasn't extremely difficult to plan the wedding there from here, but we did face some challenges being that, you know, we didn't have access or couldn't meet face-to-face with wedding planners or with florists or with restaurants, you know, where we wanted to get food from for a reception. So we decided to make it easier for those who might be planning from here and just put together a little step-by-step guide by island and by photographers and caterers, just so people can have a little pull-out guide and not have to go through what we did.
That's great. And do you two stay in touch?
We do. And I'd like to say we talk every day or communicate every day. With the invention of email, it's easier for us to talk all the time now. You know, we don't want to get in trouble. She works downtown in a financial building, so she can't be on the phone 24/7 with me. So we do email a lot or talk on the phone.
And does she has kids?
No, she doesn't have any children right now. She has some animals. I think that they plan to have children in the future, but for right now, she has a more active lifestyle. They like to go mountain biking a lot and skiing, snowboarding, get out in the outdoors.
Okay, very quickly, Jennifer, what do you two plan on doing in the future as far as friends?
Well, right now we're planning a trip to Las Vegas. We've actually been quite busy. We're both going to be in our other good friend's wedding from Chicago in August, so we've been busy planning trips here and there, bachelorette parties, and then we're going to all go away together at the end of July, so it should be a pretty good time.